Now remember, when we talk about area, back in the days when we talk about area, I started by counting squares. Now we're gonna go to volume. Volume, I see a figure here, so imagine it as a three-dimensional figure. Now here, we're gonna start by counting cubes. How many cubes are there? So let me break it down. I see on the top, I can count this top layer. I can count the cubes, right? There's actually 8 of them. Or you can count them. There's 8 of them. Let me take a look at the second layer. Let me highlight the second layer. I see there's 6 on the front and it's 4 down. Let me highlight. This is the second layer. Now I don't see the whole cubes because it's covered by the top, but it looks like a rectangle. It's 6 one way and 4 the other way. So I'm gonna say, well, the second layer is 24. And the third layer, I'm gonna call that 24 as well. Now there's a next layer that I'm looking at. There's 2 in the front, and then there's 4 down. So if I was to look at that as a rectangle, I will say, well, that's actually 8 of them. And then the bottom layer is going to be 8 of them as well. Now, for me to find out what's the volume, just add everything. 8 plus 24 plus 24 plus 8 plus 8. Add everything, and my result happens to be 72. So volume will be, how many cubes are there? Let's take a look at number 33. I'm going to look at my top layered. It's this one right here. You guys can see it. We can count the cubes. It looks like a rectangle. It's 4 by 4 rectangle. So I'm just going to say that's 16 cubes. We can count them, but I'm just going to say 16. The second layer looks the same. So 16, 16, 16, 16, and 16. Each layer has 16 cubes. Now just add them all up. 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16 plus 16. Now remember, back in, I don't know, elementary, which is what, first grade, second grade, whenever you guys learn, when you're adding the same number over and over, I'm just going to call this 16 times 6, right? Instead of adding 16 6 times, I'm just going to go 16 times 6, which in my case is 96. My answer is 96. Right? I can do this trick when I'm going and I'm adding the same number over and over and over.